so far, this has been a great test with about 3.5, 4 hours to go. Everybody's got some agendas left, and they're all going to try them here, but they're trying to get this pack racing down, as Larry and Darrell have talked about, to find out exactly what package we need to come back for the 54th running of the Daytona 500. We've got trouble on the track.
And that is Jeff Burton in the 31 for the second time in 3 days, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming off of turn 2.
I was just going to say that, you know, we can have this kind of practice at
point. I was getting on the elevator last night. Let's take another look at what happened. Wow.
Looks like the 42 car, the target car, Montoya, maybe somewhat started that, Darrell.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. took a hard right turn quickly.
Let's see. Got quite a bit of damage again on the old 31 car there.
It's a little tough.
That had some issues, you know. The 31 right here, he hits the wall early on in practice yesterday.
Had a flat tire.
Had something happen. And then, of course, later on in the morning session or in the afternoon session when they were in a big pack.
From a driver's perspective, he was on that left rear corner. Down on the inside, yeah. And that will not work. And you know, poor old Clint Boyer, he's taken. When he was down here back in, I think it was July, I think he wrecked twice in a nationwide race. I think he got wrecked.
The reigning Sprint Cup champion. First driver in 6 years not named Johnson.
Whoa, there he goes.
Oh, boy.
There we go.
5 cars are in it.
Maybe more. Not
heavy damage to both Penske cars,
Bam.
to Tony Stewart.
What did Tony say this morning? He wasn't going to push Ryan?
That's right. Because every time he does, bad things happen.
Problem.
Yeah, both of the Penske drivers, there you see Brad Keselowski in the 2. We just saw A.J. Allmendinger in the 22. Both of those drivers were involved.
There's Martin Truex backing up to the garage. Also damaged the 51 of Kurt Busch. Let's see where this gets started. There's Tony.
Runs up behind Kurt Busch in the 51 car here, and he gets a run on him. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He starts to go by, and then he thinks better of it. But as you can see, once he goes to the right side of that 51 car, Kurt Busch's car, it just pushes it around.
Yeah, Kurt Busch had to move up.
Yeah, they were trying to get up and around Truex, but goodness.
In the minute Kurt Busch moved up, that put Tony pushing him on that left rear quarter panel.
Yep.
Thanks to DirecTV for the aerial views. Now they're fine right here.
You just get to moving around a little bit too much right here. You see he's kind of going back and forth. He was going to the into the left, and then he moved over to the right. And when you get right there, there he goes. Bam.
Well, Kyle Busch, 18, got a ton of damage.
Pretty big hit.
What's Jeff Gordon slip to here?
I think Keselowski got the worst of it because he's going to come down and then come back up into Allmendinger.
The 2 Joe Gibbs drivers, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, they just stopped.
Steve Burns.
Mike, I was listening to Tony Stewart on the radio when that unfolded, and when it ended, he very quietly said, "Sorry, guys, that was my fault."
Well, I believe he needs to look at a replay because Tony held his line. It's just when Kurt moved up, Darrell, to try to go around Truex, it put him pushing on that left rear.
There's so many accidents like this that happen that you feel like it's your fault. When you see the replay of it, you say, well, I really was put in a box. I had nowhere to go, nothing I could do. And that's sort of one of them.
Now, watch the 50. Watch the 56 here, okay, and see how he plays into this.
Well,
because they come up on him fast.
Yeah, he sees them coming, and Kurt's going to go around him on the outside, and when he moves up the hill, Tony's on that left side, left corner, and it'll turn these cars around every time.
At the worst place, turning off into the corner.
Now let's look back for Martin Truex's car.
It just snaps. I mean, just turned that car right around.
Here's Carl Edwards' view. We'll get to that in a moment. But damage to Keselowski, Stewart, Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch. Carl even waited till all the debris slid down.
But one reason that they have to do that is because these cars start overheating a lot quicker with the rule package that we have right now.
And they don't just start.
Trouble turn 2.
No.
5, 6 cars in it. and more. The dreaded consequence of pack racing is the big one.
Yep.
Paul Menard, the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
I can't even tell whose car that is.
That's actually David Reagan in the 34.
McMurray in the one coming up, and Reagan gets in the back of Menard.
Yeah, that's what happened. He got down on that left side and pushed him right around. You just cannot touch a guy on the left rear corner or you're going to wreck him.
Montoya and Gordon get away. Kenseth's involved. The 55 of Michael Waltrip, heavy damage. Tony Stewart in the 14 scoots through. Here's another look. Watch the inside lane. The 34 and 27 is the first contact.
Yeah, the 27 of Menard, he needed a break right there. But David Reagan was all over him, and when Menard went up the hill just a little bit, Reagan was on that left corner and turned him around.
Damage to Casey Kane in the 5 as well as Hamlin in the 11.
Tony Stewart slipping right through that mess on the bottom there, and here comes Jimmy Johnson slipping along.
Now on this next replay, watch the 24 of Jeff Gordon come into view here along with the 17 of Kenseth. Little bump. Kenseth contact with Burton. He is sideways. He's in it. And Gordon, bump, bump, and by.
I have seen Jeff Gordon do that so many times, and that's just experience and keeping your cool and driving through it and not trying to avoid it.
It's right along inside the Farmers Insurance car.
Check up. Get low if you can.
Oh, man.
Got up into the walk-in. He got the right front corner.
Big bump for Casey Kane. And now, this is Michael Waltrip's view looking over at Denny Hamlin.
If you roll right up there, we're going to be right into it.
Not so pretty pictures from our new Fox side view cam on Michael's car. Jimmy Johnson, 48.
Johnson does a nice job, just like his teammate Jeff Gordon. Finds a little hole, finds a little place to go, and slips right through. Even with these cars, know you're going to come down the hill, but he makes it by.
One more look, super slow-mo. We've completed 10 of 75 laps. Big pileup between turns 1 and 2 in the Budweiser shootout. 15 to go in this first 25 lap segment. Caution on the racetrack, and you know, very similar. It looks like Biffle could be into the back of Reagan just a bit as Reagan gets into Menard. It looks eerily similar to the crash in yesterday's practice between Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch.
It really does. And
Stewart got off to the left side of Busch, gave him a bump, around he went. No contact here between the 16 and 34.
And Mike, what we're seeing, it's like going back to school all over again. We finally learned how to do the two-car tandem, got that ironed out, got it working, got it perfected. Now we go back to this.
And let's exonerate Greg Biffle. Biffle did not make contact with Reagan until involved in this pileup. We'll check in a moment and find out how many of them will be unable to return. You're watching the Budweiser Shootout on Fox. In Daytona, 9 laps complete. Paul Menard goes around, 8 cars involved. Menard and Michael Line to complete 31 of the 75 laps. His teammate Carl Edwards in tow, then Clint Boyer. Whoa, Boyer around off the bumper of Martin Truex, and he's going for a ride.
I think he's all right. He's out through the grass.
Caution on the speedway.
See a little steam coming out of that thing too, Larry.
Boyer tried to change lanes and peek out, but Truex was right up against his bumper. 2 teammates catching Edwards.
There he goes to that left side.
Ooh.
And Darrell, no one knows this better than you. That was through the tri-oval. The tri-oval can be one of the most treacherous places on this racetrack.
The car is freer and looser right there than anywhere on the track because you don't have the banking. You're going 200 miles an hour, but you have not very much banking.
Well, let me ask Michael Waltrip, who owns both those cars. Michael, the drivers are not allowed to be in radio contact with each other. How could Martin Truex know that Bowyer was trying to change lanes to get around Edwards?
There's no way he could have known, Mike. Just like last night, Tony Stewart had no idea Kurt Busch was going to go up the hill to pass that slower car. Kurt moved up, Tony spun him out. That wreck is no one's fault. There's no way Martin knew what Clint was thinking, and Clint was like, I got to run, I got to go. Come on, Martin, follow me. Martin just couldn't react as fast as Clint did because he didn't know what was going on.
Third caution of the night on the racetrack. We're under caution as Martin Truex turns Clint Bowyer around inadvertently. Race leader Greg Biffle as they try to close in on the front 10 with 21 left. Trouble turn 2.
Dale Jr. is there. I see him. See the 29 car.
Kenseth in the
17.
Truex is in it.
That's a bunch of torn up cars right there.
Logano. Oh boy.
He gets a little bit loose, and then it looks like Marcos gets into the 9 car. Marcos gets into the back of him, and it's on.
And when Logano got a little loose and lost that momentum, might that have carried Martin Truex into the back end of Ambrose and created one of those accordion-like collisions?
Remember how we said maybe in our practice show, maybe when this race started, with the 2-car tandem, we'd probably have a lot of little wrecks. But with this kind of racing, we're going to have a lot of big wrecks.
There's the contact that sent Logano around from Ambrose. And by now, Truex is fully up the back of Marcus Ambrose bumper.
And so far, every wreck we've had has been from a driver pushing another driver right in that left rear quarter panel.
Dale Jr. tried to miss it, couldn't. Kevin Harvick couldn't. And Matt Kenseth gets turned and goes hard into the wall.
I guess, Larry, that'll be the next project for NASCAR. Find out how we stop these cars from spinning out when they get pushed on the left-hand side.
That's definitely 4 to 5 drivers that I think had race cars given the right position could have won this thing tonight.
I guess being in that second pack wasn't such a bad thing.
Now let's ride with Martin Truex. Darrell, from that angle, it looked as if Ambrose had Logano a little bit sideways before Truex got to the back of Ambrose.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Ambrose gets into the back of the 20 car of Logano. I think Logano got a little bit. I would get the back of his car started to wiggle a little bit, and he got into him.
Dale Jr., car all torn up.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know what happened there. I don't think it's your fault, bud. They were all wrecking. That's fine. All right, let's get that one ready to load up. Hopefully we learned a lot. We got a good car. We'll work on it for the rest of the week here.
Steve Letarte, Earnhardt's crew.
To win in this race, for sure.
19 laps to go as they hook up.
Purity.
I want to, the way they're pushing around on each other, I want all the grip I can get. Baby.
Caution out for a big crash in Daytona with 18 laps to go. The Budweiser shootout on Fox. News in the race. And at lap 55, Joey Logano, after contact with Marcus Ambrose, goes up to the
Working him over. Look at that. Jeff's going to move him up out of the groove and get by him.
Whoa! Busch is around. Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh my gosh. Jimmy Johnson's car destroyed.
Track crew quickly on the scene to aid Jeff Gordon.
Kyle Busch up out of the way.
Pushing on that left side again.
Yeah, he's just working on him, Michael. Kyle was blocking, and Jeff was trying to get him loose and get him up out of the way, and he just got on the left side and spun him out.
Look at the job Ambrose and Boyer did coming through there. And there's our buddy old Brad Keselowski. We ain't seen him up front all night. He's fixing to restart with a chance to win this baby.
Yeah, I asked Larry, I said, is Brad Keselowski in this race?
Well, yeah. Jeff Gordon's car went about 1,000 feet on the driver's door before it barrel rolled to a stop.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski in that too. He's in that backup car.
You see Jeff down there. He just gets down on his left corner, and we've seen that time and time and time again.
You got to stay off the left side. What do we do about that, though, man? How do we fix it? The drivers just have to make the decision that they've got to lay off that left side.
Look at this long slide for Gordon. And that's Kurt Busch tangled up with him and Jimmy Johnson. And that car still hasn't lost much of its momentum as it goes side over side and comes to rest.
Michael
on
made
its roof.
A really good point, though, Mike. These cars are so much bigger than the cars were 5 years ago. With the safety,
makes contact with the left rear corner of Kyle Busch's bumper. And by the way, Busch did a great job of saving that car from major damage. But look what happens in front of him.
What truly caused that was when Jeff Gordon got into Kyle Busch. Jeff Gordon moved up the racetrack, and there was just nowhere for most of these drivers to go.
Roof flaps deployed as the car was up on its side.
And look at Kurt Busch's car shed momentum and sheet metal everywhere.
See another driver that we felt like had one of the fastest cars here tonight involved in that, Jamie McMurray in that one car.
Yes, sir.
Denny Hamlin snuck through another one. So did Montoya.
It's a rough ride right there. Wow. Thank God for the Hans device, the seats, the way you're bolted in these things today. He's able to handle something like that and walk away. Jeff was just really working hard on the back of that 18 car, trying to move him up the hill so he could get by.
And the type of bump drafting you used to be able to do at Daytona is problematic tonight. 4 big crashes.
Feel so bad for Kurt Busch, second car of the weekend.
There are the cars involved in the wreck, and we heard Richard Childress talking about what might lead up to something like this.
Whole damn deal as long as they left.
From ground level. And Jeff Gordon, after sliding 800 feet on the driver's door, up and over and dissipating energy. And here's what Kurt Busch had to say after the smoke settled down.
Really appreciate you guys working as hard as you did to give me the fun to come out here and race. I hope it was fun for you guys. I thought we could have got clear of that.
Brings him across the line. Ambrose getting a big push from Keselowski.
Both rows are 5 drivers pushing each other. Now you don't worry about that water temperature gauge.
No, she's cooled down and good to go. The 11 car down below the yellow line there, but he didn't advance his position.
But Boyer could not stay with Tony Stewart, and that's cost Tony the lead. The Tasmanian Devil, Marcus Ambrose, 2-time champion of the Australian V8 Supercar Series and Watkins Glen winner last year. He's got a shot to win the Bud Shootout.
Yeah, he's got Brad Keselowski in that 2-car pushing him. Ryan Newman in the 39 was pushing those 2 till they got about halfway down the back straightaway.
Kyle Busch's car is dragging the track, fenders flying.
But look at the run him and Tony Stewart's got, Darrell.
Here they come.
White flag. 1 lap to go, and Busch pushes Stewart to the lead. Ambrose tucks in 3rd.
That 18 car has got to be a mess.
Now, what do you do?
But that man wheeling it, he don't care. And this is where you see your two-car tandem right here.
Remember, he'll try to beat you when he gets over here.
You know who that was? That's Steve Addington.
Who used to be Kyle's crew chief and is now Tony's crew chief.
He will try to beat you.
1 mile to the finish line of the Budweiser shootout. Tony Stewart or Kyle Busch, who's going to win it?
I don't know if Kyle's got it. Remember what happened the last time these two were coming to a start-finish line back in the July race?
Smoke versus Wild Thing to the line.
He got him! He got him!
Wild Thing wins.
He got him! I ain't believing it.
He timed it absolutely perfect.
Suddenly shot to the outside wall and took 3 more with it. That's Paul Menard on the right, Montoya in the middle, and that's David Gilliland to the left. There was one other car involved, but one car, I believe Montoya's, took a huge hit to the outside wall.
Yeah, something happened. The car just shot up the banking. Let's see if we can get a look at it.
Left lane to the inside, Gilliland.
Oh, he's loose. He's already sideways getting in, and he just comes right back up the hill.
Looked like Michael McDowell got David Gilliland in that left rear quarter panel, turning off in the corner. You were talking about that.
Yep.
Now, all 3 of these cars are in the race. You're going to look way to the right side of the screen.
Man, it came back up that hill in a hurry.
Yeah, Montoya in the 42, Menard in the 27, just victims, nowhere to go.
And the 4th car involved is Brad Keselowski in the 2, who has come to pit road for repairs. Here's another look. Trevor Bayne got a little damage, not much.
McDowell was real lucky he didn't get involved in that 98 car.
Danica Patrick scoots past, and all 3 of these drivers have climbed from their cars okay.
The 2 cars on pit road as well. He had some damage, got some right side damage.
Gosh. Easy. Slow down. You can go low. Clear all the way low to the apron. Get down to the apron. Let's go. Get through there. Good job.
Our Fox and Speed Exmo extreme slow motion of what was Juan Pablo Montoya's car.
Look at that. I mean, just look at all the parts and pieces. The engine is moving. The radiator is falling out. Those bars that are all welded to the frame coming off. That thing is just it's just coming apart.
Well, when this wreck starts, these drivers are going off in the corner almost 200 miles an hour.
Among the interested onlookers,
Oh my God, look at this.
Kenny and Kim Wallace.
Oh my God.
Kenny will be in race 2 trying to race his way in. Now this accident on lap 9 has been. So that puts McDowell and Bayne.
Oh, Michael spun on the back.
And
Michael crashed down the back. Oh my gosh, what happened?
The caution is out.
With 8 laps to go.
That's a huge break for all of these drivers that needed fuel, a huge break for Denny Hamlin and Marcus Hamlin.
Apron.
Keep taking their pack just out there the pit road.
When he came up on the racetrack, the thing just jumped around with him.
Darrell, did it look like maybe, again, we know he's desperate. He's trying to get back up to speed. Did he jump up on the apron too quick?
Well, I don't know about too quick, but that transition from the apron up on the racetrack, we know that's hard. I mean, that's hard to do. Just
Shane Wilson, the new crew chief, wanted to bring him down. Kevin convinced him that he'd saved enough gaff. Let's see if it works.
Jamie McMurray got knocked out of line and comes back up on the racetrack. Still come to the stripe, 2 to go. Here's another look. Watch the one of McMurray. That was off Burton's front bumper. But he hung on to it.
And there goes Junior and
Distance. Burton slices top to bottom, passes 3 cars and lines up 3rd for this final lap.
Tony Stewart sitting out there right now. That is not a good place to be. He's a setting duck. They're going to come by him like he put on the brakes.
Yeah, watch the run these drivers get that are lined up. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there in the 88. Watch Burton.
Here we go. Here we go.
And she's all right after a hard crash, and the caution flag is out.
the race is over. That's Tony Stewart will win the race.
Just about, as Allmendinger leads him way up the high side. Where is the contact?
Somebody's going to come down into her, I think.
Almirola.
Yeah, right there. He got on the bumper of it. Looked like McMurray's car, the one. Turned him a little bit to the left. Thank God for safer barriers.
That was a hard lick. It's almost that car didn't even look like it slowed down as it was going across there.
I'm so glad that all these racetracks have put safer barriers where we never had them before, and here's a perfect example of why we need them everywhere.
So Danica Patrick is okay after this.
Bottom. There you go. Keep digging. 3 wide.
Goodness gracious. Let's go on board.
Bottom. There you go. Keep digging. 3 wide.
Is that not? Did you see what she did with her hands?
Yeah, all that open wheel experience.
IndyCar, all that open wheel experience. She knew not to hold on to that steering wheel. That is amazing. I saw her do that here in the ARCA race a couple years ago.
I mean, if you hold on to the wheel there, you can break a wrist easily.
Yeah, but
when that wheel wrenches your hands.
Do you just have any idea when you're headed for that wall that fast that you got the time to think about letting go and putting your hands up like that?
Is down the track into Eric Almirola.
Right in there.
Who heads right into Danica Patrick.
Look how light that car gets in the back as it skips across there. That's how fast that thing was going.
You could see how much that safer barrier wall moved, and that's the good thing.
Watch this thing skipping across there. Bam! Folks, that's at 180 miles an hour.
It didn't lose a lot of speed going across there.
No.
Down to victory lane, Gatorade victory lane from Jimmy Johnson. Biffle slides up, covers the spot, and they go to the inside against him. What a move by Matt Kenseth.
Oh, no, what a bad move by Greg Biffle. He should have never done that. He should have held that bottle.
Uh-oh, the little tea kettle is Jimmy Johnson's.
Yes, it is. And you know what? They may still try to form something there going down the back straightaway, getting through 3 and 4.
Oh, no, it's going to be 48 and 78 now. That's what I figured they were going to do.
Biffle made a bold move. Kenseth made a bolder one.
Whoops.
Regan Smith to the bottom. Contact.
Whoops.
Contact again. And Kurt Busch a lap down on the outside.
But Elliott Sadler is on the lead lap that's pushing Kurt Busch up there.
Something happens at 33, though. He gets a run, and he has to back off. Like the car just gets loose or something. He can't stay in it.
Matt Kenseth trying to block 3 lanes at once. Regan Smith down to the bottom. Kenseth wins it for Jack Roush. Regan Smith is second. Jimmy Johnson third. Mike Wallace to the garage. Robbie Gordon, Kyle Busch coming on track.
Whoa,
trouble!
whoa.
Casey Kane around and through the grass.
Yep.
And he's going to keep it off the wall. He has really put some damage to the left front of that car.
Sure did, and that's a product of these things starting to they get snappy. They just start
going backwards on pit road coming at you guys.
The back end starts bouncing or waltzing around, and you can't save it.
Now it was the right and left there. Sorry, a little telestrator help. There we go.
See Juan, he gets up behind Casey right here. Casey's moving around just a little wee bit on Juan's front bumper, and that's all it took.
You know, it had a lot of the same look as what happened to Brad Keselowski in that first session.
They're all going to look like that. When you get up under somebody with the way these cars are and move around a little bit, you're going to spin them out. This is just 2 car. Watch his car. He wobbles just a little bit, makes a couple little moves there. Round he goes.
He's not going to be quite as lucky. You can see the minute he started hitting that grass, not quite as lucky as Brad Keselowski.
That's a backup.
Because underneath that front splitter, underneath the front valence, that splitter is still there. And when it takes a bounce and gets to the grass, little bounce there, boom.
Kind of reminds me of Carl Edwards after the All-Star race at Charlotte last year. Looked exactly like what he did to his car. dug into the grass and just ripped the nose right off of it. That's pretty serious damage.
Yeah, I'm like you, DW. I think you'll probably see those boys unload a backup car.
What they'll do is they'll fix this thing, but only in case they have to have it in an emergency.
There goes the bin behind you. Just roll out of it here. Just roll out of it. Caution's out. You're clear all around. You're clear.
Oh, the orange cone took a hit. I'll have to tweet about that.
Oh, the orange cone would not be happy. I tweeted at the, what are those things they use over in Australia? Bollards?
The bollards.
Bollards. Yeah. I tweeted that one day that was the, probably would have done less damage if it could have been a straight in bounce like we saw Keselowski do. Just
hang on to it here.
Pretty hard hit. You see his head bounce there.
Oh, the grass.
Just slid through the grass right above the Daytona sign. Going backwards on pit road, coming at you guys.
And his Roush Fenway Ford teammate, Matt Kenseth and Carl Edwards, 3 Fords.
Trouble already.
The wall. Slams to the outside. It's 5-time champion Jimmy Johnson. He collects Danica Patrick and the 34 of David Reagan.
Trevor Bayne, the 21 car, winner from last year. You see him involved?
Kurt Busch is involved.
I'm a little worried about Jimmy. He took a hard lick right in the door. And there's the HenryCar.com Chevrolet of Kurt Busch. He's got damage.
The 78 of Regan Smith.
Ooh, just got a little tap in the back end.
I believe that might have been Elliott Sadler at 33.
Elliott Sadler gave him just a little tap. Right here's what I was talking about. Watch Danica. Right there, she gets some damage, but then watch her go down. Jimmy's car's total, but watch her right here. Right between those two cars.
First caution of the night, lap 2. Here's another look. Look at that outside lane and the blue car that's second in line.
You see, Jimmy just gets a little bit loose, and when he corrects, it just overcorrects, and into the fence it goes. And then he gets a really hard lick right here. That's the one that really worried me. He got that right in the driver's door.
Darrell, what was one of our Goodyear keys? Don't push me in the left rear. This tri-oval can be pretty treacherous.
Now from the blimp, watch for the green car as Danica Patrick comes into frame from the top of your screen.
You see right here, Jimmy's getting ready to get a hard lick, but here's Danica right here. She gets some damage off of Jimmy Johnson's car there, but I do not. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Watch this car go right, but these two cars, these guys are all wrecking, and she goes right in between them.
A big chain reaction crash as Johnson's car just clogs the racetrack. And the 34, David Reagan, had car to the outside, car to the inside, nowhere to go. We'll ride with Danica Patrick.
He was just looking. Inside too wide. Oh, slow. Check up. Go low.
And now with Jimmy Johnson.
Inside only.
All the drivers involved have either climbed out of their cars or driven back to the pits. They're okay, but what a hard hit.
These guys, I've seen a lot of wrecks in stock cars in NASCAR, but these guys have all taken a lesson.
2006, Jimmy Johnson's average finish in this race has been in the mid-30s.
Roush Fenway drivers right there, Biffle, Edwards, and Kenseth. They've been fast all week. And this is Roush Fenway's 25th year.
Back straight away. One car around sideways. It's Ryan Newman. Tony Stewart's teammate has brought out the second caution flag of the night on lap 12.
And here he is. Oh, no, nobody bumped him. He looks like he just lost it. Maybe had a tire issue. I think he's got a tire down, Larry. The way that thing's sparking and everything, he's got a tire down.
A single car spin puts us under the second caution flag of the night, and the sparks fly.
Yeah. And you can see the right rear tire.
These cars have safety interliners.
Back straight away now. That's a good thing. That's saved a lot of guys.
Here is Casey Kane's view. That's Newman just ahead of him on the inside.
Check up here. Check up. Get around. Outside. Get outside. Get outside. You're clear. All clear.
Matt Yoakum.
And a great call by DW in the booth and Larry Mack. He says
tandem that worked so well before. Truex and around goes Labonte off the bumper of Marcus Ambrose, and caution is out.
He's going to save it.
Barely got him right in that left rear corner that we've been talking about.
And the rains that have plagued Daytona Beach for the last few days have captured the Frank Stoddard car driven by Terry Labonte. His Ford can't get out of the mud.
On the bumper of Terry Labonte, number 32, gets down on that left side, and
fortunately that runoff area is paved, and Labonte, look at the car control as he tries to keep that thing away from the wall and ends up in the grass.
There's a number of things that have been done to these cars that have really helped them. That big fin on the across the deck lid, that really helps. Certainly this paved, all this area being paved now, that's very helpful, saves that car and the driver.
Now before this happened, wondering if Frank Stoddard had positioned Labonte at the front after pit stops to go for that halfway cash.
$5 footlong. And by Ford, proud sponsor of NASCAR.
43 laps to go in Daytona. David Stremme from South Bend, Indiana, and the little team that could make the 500. Something under the hood breaks. He slides up the racetrack.
Where was he going?
And that team totals 8 people and 3 shop dogs. They made the Daytona 500, and now Casey Mears led him off pit road. We're under caution for David Stremme. It's the 7th caution flag tonight. All that happened on lap 2. And now under caution, Juan Pablo Montoya has crashed and gone aflame.
Holy cow, what happened?
We just got a report that he was complaining about a bad vibration in every gear.
No, Larry, he just slammed
into the jet dryer.
I think he slammed into the jet dryer.
They're trying to clear debris off the racetrack, and the car brakes, won't steer, and he slides up the track and into the back of that surplus helicopter jet engine on a trailer used to dry the racetrack.
Mike, I saw sparks coming out from the car as if it had a tire down or something. What an incredible turn of events. I've never in my life. Oh my gosh.
And all that spilled jet fuel. Here's a different angle. See the safety trucks up top?
I mean, it just exploded. When it hit it, it just exploded.
And he was traveling at a high rate of speed, trying to catch back up at the field.
Back of the field.
Montoya climbs away, and the driver of the safety truck was helped from his vehicle, walked down the banking and away.
And he did. He got in front of his team. Oh, there's a car off in the grass. More cars off in the grass.
3 cars sliding. Marcus Ambrose is 1.
It's Casey Mears, the 13 that they just had lapped.
Caution.
Those lap cars are so hard to get around when you're coming up on them 20 mile an hour faster than the lap car's going. Down here again, Casey is getting lapped.
Stenhouse got into Almirola across the front of Mears and then Ambrose.
Well, Almirola just about.
I'm telling you.
He just barely slid through there after that happened.
I think the 9 car, Marcus Ambrose, he's got quite a bit of body damage. I don't know if it's going to be bad enough to take him out of contention or not. Look at Almirola right there. Whoopee. Nice save.
Watch this right here, though. Wow.
Well, in 2 of those cars, the 9 and 43 are teammates at Richard Petty Motorsports, Ambrose and Almirola. But Ricky Stenhouse was trying to move from the outside to the middle, and that hole just wasn't open.
You just don't get down on the apron very often in the trial and get it straightened up and keep on going.
So the caution waves with 22 laps to go. Now, there's Stenhouse in the number 6. There's the first contact with the 43.
I think the 13 was just forcing the 43. He had nowhere to go, and the 6 was on the outside there, and they did make contact.
Clint Boyer gets the free pass. Watch Ricky Stenhouse.
It is more like the 43 seemed to me like may have gone up a little bit as much as the Stenhouse tried to come down. I think it was just getting tight right there as they went by the slow car at Mears.
Darrell, we talked about it earlier in the show, the tri-oval here. It is one of the most treacherous places of this racetrack.
Well, you're running the same speed through the tri-oval that you are in the, through the turns. You're running 200 mile an hour through here, and you don't have but 18 degrees of banking. So the car gets really light and gets really loose as you come through here.
Laps to go.
Oh, trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble.
Mid-pack. Sliding and spinning into the infield. McMurray. And sliding up the racetrack. 1 car going to coast to the bottom. That's Eric Almirola. Regan Smith was in it. And Casey Kane. The left side of his car torn up. And we're back under caution for
Regan
the 9th
Smith.
time at lap 188.
Almirola, the 1 car there, McMurray's the one I saw. Man, he was spinning around like a top. Got a little wobble.
I believe he blew a left rear tire. That thing started wiggling around, and as he came into the tri-oval, it spun out, and when it came to a stop, you can see the left rear tire is completely torn apart. So I think he had a cut tire, and the thing just got away from him.
Yeah, he was wobbling through the tri-oval there, and finally went around with him.
Another driver involved, Brad Keselowski, right there.
Wonder if Brad twittered that.
Right
Probably
there is McMurray.
Yeah, Keselowski in the 2 just drove underneath Casey Kane in the 5. Just nowhere to go.
Watch Tony Stewart there. He just worked his way right back. Keselowski missed that wreck by inches.
Boy, Almirola came up the track right in front of Dave Blaney, who missed him. Watch that orange and black number 1.
Yeah,
right
right
side of your screen.
Right here. He starts wobbling right here, and then the car starts goes around in. It looked like a top. I saw that orange car just spin around, and look at Tony Stewart right there getting right through that mess.
Well, Stewart did get some damage in the first part of that crash,
yes,
though, Darrell.
he did. Yes, he did.
And from Casey Kane.
Whoa, Keselowski almost went over.
We got let's see, where are we at?
And we'll ride with Regan Smith in the furniture
3 wide,
car.
43 still outside, right there, you see it?
I don't think he can see anything.
Carl Edwards, our pole sitter.
He almost made it through. Got some damage right there near the end of it.
Casey Kane.
Darrell, he did the same thing with his hands that Jimmy Johnson did in that wreck on lap 1.
We've had in-car cameras in these cars for years, and up until recently have I seen drivers let go of the wheel and tuck their hands out of the harm's way like that. They've learned a lot about this over the last year or two.
Keep in mind, Casey Kane is a longtime open wheeler, owns a sprint car team. And, a defensive posture, a learned response when something like that happens. And with our new dual path onboard cameras, we can give you 2 views from the in-car. Here's what Jamie Mack had to say.
Broke on my car.
Out pair right there.
Regan Smith able to continue with that damage, and it looks like so too will Carl Edwards.
That 6 car.
Down on the inside, McMurray loses control. And it's on. Self and 2 Chevrolets behind. Earnhardt and Burton. More Chevys. Harvick, Menard, Newman, and 14 Tony Stewart.
And there's Tony Stewart's teammate Ryan Newman. Oh, Tony's going around. Another wreck through the tri-oval.
Kyle Busch, hard slide through the grass, no contact. At least half a dozen cars involved in this one. Dave Blaney drives away. That's Kyle Busch. Caution flag number 10 with 4 laps to go. Landon Castle, or excuse me, David Rudiman.
You know, Tony he gets a little push from behind, maybe from Joey Logano.
He and Stenhouse go around. Newman and Busch.
And Newman and Busch was actually in front of Tony a little bit when that started happening.
Have to take a couple more looks at that.
Kyle Busch went for a long wild ride. Blaney involved.
Let's see here. Here's 39 up here. Right there. Stenhouse got into the side, and Stenhouse in the 6 got into Tony.
I'm not sure though that David Gilliland didn't get into the back of Stenhouse and push him up into Tony.
Could have to look at it again.
That's about the 2nd or 3rd wreck we've seen on the exit of the tri-oval. It just starts narrowing up right there.
Cars are really free and loose right through the tri-oval. I'm telling you, you're running 200 mile an hour through there. It's hard to hang on sometime.
You saw there where Kyle Busch in the 18 jumped down in front of Ricky Stenhouse in the 6.
I know Stenhouse hit Tony. I'm not sure if he got forced into him. Here's smoke right out here.
All right, there's Stenhouse with Gilliland behind him.
No, you know what? The 20 car and the 6 car make a little contact.
You're right.
And I'm not sure that didn't move the 6 car up, Stenhouse up just enough that he got into the left rear of Tony Stewart.
So let's regroup here. Joey Logano and Ricky Stenhouse make contact. Stenhouse moves up into Tony Stewart.
Watch him coming inside here. There you go. Outside, stay down. Lock it down, get it rolling here if you can. Keep coming across at you. Get it rolling here if you can. Leaders are in 2.
I believe the 20 does the 6, and then you put him into the side of Tony. That's what it looked to me like may have happened.
Michael, how do you see me in row 2? Green flag, and Biffle gets about a half a car length away from Denny Hamlin here and moves up to pick up his Ford teammate, Greg Biffle.
Boy, that is a teammate right there, buddy. I mean, he jumped out there, got him.
Dale Jr. had no help, but he locks on the back of Biffle, 2nd and 3rd.
I don't think it'll do Dale Jr. any good because I don't think Biffle's going to go anywhere. If he's a team player like Kansas has been, he'll sit right there.
They've got a lap and a half to find out.
Now, when they come off of turn 4 and Dale Jr. is still pushing him,
could be a whole different story.
I'd say things might pick up.
They're looking for the white flag this time.
Once we get into this lap, if anything should happen down in turn 1 or 2 or 3 and 4, it's over.
Three-car breakaway. Junior tucked up tight under the bumper of Biffle. Kenseth leads to turn 1. Final lap.
Denny Hamlin in the 11s there with no one to push him.
Actually, he might actually be hurting those 2 cars in front of him if he gets back too far. But here we go. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty quick.
We've seen where the timing of where you do it is so critical.
Those 2 cars, the 16 and the 88, should be able to get by, but Kenseth, if Biffle elects to take the chance.
Ford Chevrolet off the final corner. Matt Kenseth trying to win it for the second time. Here comes Junior to the outside. Side by side with Kenseth. He runs out of time. Matt Kenseth wins the Daytona 500. Right behind, gave up the position. Who scraped the wall here on lap 1?
It's like the 9 car back there.
Yeah, Marcus Ambrose.
You know, Michael and I did that piece about double trouble down the back there, but turn 4 has been a culprit here as well. Gets really tight off.
Car to the garage.
Really wasn't surprised to see those top 10 or so drivers stay out.
Whoa! Casey Kane just smacked the heck out of the fence coming off turn 4.
The number 5 of Kane expected to contend today. And
now watch him, Mike. Larry, he comes up off the corner. The car gets loose right there. Almost spun it. That was my first bull, and then that was my second one. And he's lucky he didn't get run over from the rear, but that did a lot of damage to that race car. And he's on pit road.
He actually hit that pretty hard with that right front, especially. Our winner from the November race.
I'd say that's got garage written all over it.
Kane has come to pit road for service.
Sheet metal over what would be the right front tire, but a lot of damage to the right side.
Car on the wall, turn 4. It's Clint Boyer. He's in trouble for the second time.
He's cut down another right front.
When you cut tires down that often and that close together, that's normally something rubbing the inside of the
second red car.
And there it goes. I mean, that's just a cut down tire. Didn't hit the wall very hard, but it did do pretty significant damage.
And Darrell, when that right front tire's down, that steering wheel's useless. It won't do nothing but go straight.
Inside.
Well, you heard the tire go down. Sudden air loss is Goodyear's term. Dick Berggren?
Well, it's possible.
Casey Mears. And the Geico number 13 running 27th. Last car on the lead lap is okay. After a big hit with the turn 1 wall, look at him just in front of the onboard camera on Casey Kane's number 5.
We actually are racing Landon Castle in the 83, though. He's on our lap. That's up here. Stay low. Come on. You're all clear.
Mike, that had the appearance of too much rear brake. Got down in the corner, got on the brakes, locked up the rear maybe a little bit.
And Darrell, that's what a driver will go to. He has those 2 systems, front and rear. If maybe the car's not turning under braking, he can put a little bit of rear brake into it.
Yeah, and if you're having a brake problem, you can dial a little to the rear, try to help that. Look like it may had too much. That's just how it looked.
Casey is okay, but the Geico 4, A.J. Allmendinger's number 22 Dodge gets a little loose. Paul Menard slams into him, and Jamie McMurray is also involved. Have a look.
Mike, I was watching that 22 car. He was struggling. He was really falling back, or at least he was having a hard time keeping up. And he probably got up out of the gas a little bit, and Menard in the 27 nerfed him. Gets a little bit loose. You can see him fighting the wheel right there. Broke his momentum just enough. Menard got him.
And what really knocked the deck lid off of A.J. Allmer's 22 car was actually when he hit the wall on the outside. Knocked spoiler, deck lid, and all off.
Chevrolet. Collateral damage as Allmendinger and Menard got together.
Stay out, not surprised. We'd only run 15 laps.
In a backup car as he battles side by side with Edwards into turn 3 for 6th place.
There he goes.
And around he goes.
He and Carl got together.
Yellow is out.
Just slipped up the hill a little bit. Carl got in under him. About how to increase their gas mileage, how to milk it right here today.
Ryan Newman was 6th on the outside of Carl Edwards when they made contact at turn 4.
Jimmy Johnson in that 48, he just went by both of them.
And here's a look from the blimp, top of your screen, entering turn 3.
Yeah, just side by side. They're hard to stay down on the bottom. Carl gets a little wiggle, and then the 39 car, Newman on the outside, he made a little contact, and around he went.
Boy, Jimmy Johnson and Regan Smith scooted through on the inside.
One of the hardest things to do on any racetrack we go to is go in a corner side by side with another car, because this is what happens so many times.
You know, Mike, Ryan Newman had 4.
There's Jeff Hammond making his arrival, just as Ryan Newman made his arrival with the turn 4 wall. Is out of gas. White flag for Hamlin. Can he make it one more mile?
One lap short for the 29. Watch for others.
Let him run all the way back.
78's out over on the back over there.
Harvick still second, 3 seconds back. Hamlin with a 3-second lead and 8 seconds up on Greg Biffle.
Hamlin's home free. And
for his 18th career win, Denny Hamlin delivers. Checkered flag in Phoenix.
Harvey's going to hang on for second. How about that?
Here's the race leader. Dale Earnhardt Jr. surrenders the lead for the first time today to come down pit road, along with David Rudiman. Stremmy's been in, and caution is out. Caution is waving. This may change. Lap 45. Have a look under the Aaron sign for where Timmy Hill gets up and in the wall. Yeah, way up around the rim of the racetrack and rides it pretty well. The young 19-year-old starting his first Sprint Cup race today. Junior 11th and Mark Martin 12th. Here's what happened between those two 1 lap ago.
Mark comes up and Dale Jr. says, "Hey man, you broke my..." Whoa, I mean, he got in the wall a little bit going down through there. Gave him a real nice tap.
I mean, Earnhardt had a run, but yeah, that's a pretty hard hit.
Yes, he did, with both ends of that 55 car.
And Mark, you'd have been running about 18th all day long. I've been telling Larry.
A hard hit for Kurt Busch puts us under the 7th caution of the day. Said he cut down a left rear tire, ran over a piece of debris. Here's a look from Kyle Busch's car.
Still clear. Spinning behind you.
You can just see it looked like the right rear went down, and the car just
yellows out.
Immediately turned.
Just caught the end of the one barrier and into the other. Now, that was similar to an area that Jeff Gordon hit a couple of years ago that was not protected by a safer barrier. So that wreck. 23 cars on the lead lap to finish it. It'll be 8 to go when they come around.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't think we'll make it to the end without another caution. No.
Trouble, Kyle Busch, turn 4, around he goes. No caution.
Looks like NASCAR's going to see if he's going to get going. He's got the car moving. He's going to go down pit road. We stay green.
And nobody checked up in the back straightaway. Your right side of your screen. He's underneath Bobby Labonte. And we're told the left rear tire went flat.
Same thing that happened to his brother, Kurt Busch, just a caution before this.
Yep, definitely. Okay, re-rack. Set them up.
Jimmy Johnson, the 48, get another opportunity. The orange cone.
Friend, the orange cone.
Had a tough life.
Who Darrell had a visit with in pre-race.
That guy
had a tough day. Going to need new shoes there.
He's going to Coney Island. He's done.
Is that where old? That's where old cones
go. They go to Coney Island.
Watch this restart. Tony looks like
close that time.
Not better restart that time than the time before.
Edwards, bottom of the racetrack. Underneath Kenseth. On the outside, Biffle. Ford's 3 wide for 3rd spot.
Boy, and that's 3 Roush cars right there, all on top of each other. And there goes Kenseth. Kenseth in the wall.
Clear.
Kane high, McMurray low. And Kenseth limps down the back straightaway as we try to stay green.
Boy, watch Johnson on that high.
But down into turn 3 that time, Darrell. It just wouldn't quite stick like he needed it to.
Tony's car's just a little bit better. It's just good enough. You're not going to pass him.
White flag. Jimmy Johnson won here on a last lap pass in 2006. But he trails Stewart by 3 car lengths out of 2.
Yeah, that 14 is just too strong up off the bottom of the corner. Jimmy tried everything he could, but 14 is just stout.
Turn 4, final time. Johnson arcs high, brings it down low. The defending Sprint Cup champion Tony Stewart makes it a smoke show in Vegas and wins the Cobalt Tools 400. And Kane is out of his car, and it's junk. There's Regan Smith in the 78, Brad Keselowski in the deuce, and down on the inside is Kasey Kahne.
Casey in the 5 and Regan in the 78, they made slight contact, but when they bounced off the wall, this is how fast. These guys are being told, slow down, but you can't. There's nothing you can do when there's a wreck in front of you.
Marcus Ambrose, Kyle Busch, and the 29 of Kevin Harvick. Hard to tell from that angle whether Kane might have thought he had cleared Smith and moved up in front of him.
I think he was hoping that he had cleared him.
Shows you right there how quick everything happens.
Darrell, there just isn't any way that Regan Smith knows Kasey Kahne's coming up. You know, Regan has it. You see cars side by side on the straightaways here. Regan just made his move, and Kasey Kahne moved up. I think it's shocked. Watch. Regan thinks I got a shot down the straightaway. Kasey says I'm taking that spot. There isn't anything Regan could have done to have prevented that crash.
Yeah, I don't know if Regan maybe even touched the wall and caused him to turn left just a little bit into Kane, because there was a lot of room there.
And that reminds you of Bristol, doesn't it? One car wrecks and a bunch more is going to join him.
Yeah, you can see the 5 car nose into the outside there with Regan right in his blind spot, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, that's one of those racing deals, as they say here at Bristol, Tennessee. Regan was driving down the straightaway, and Kasey said, good, I got him cleared, I'm moving up, and look what happens.
Cars from 5th through 13th place were involved. Ride with Kevin Harvick.
Stay up. We got back 18 here. We got damage here.
And now Jimmy Johnson's view.
Nose damage here, boys. He's on the high side. You're clear right now. Good job.
Wow, you expect the track to clog up, but when the apron clogs up, that's really tough. Kyle.
Turn around. He's in something going on, some kind of wreck.
See some damage there on the front end of Regan Smith's 78 car. Right now, pit road is closed because of the apron down in turn 1 and 2.
Riding with Kasey Kahne.
You're clear on the 78, clear. Outside. Got hit hard. Still getting hit hard.
I think that pretty much tells us what we were looking for right there.
There's a little bit of latency in the
turns. What's happening up ahead is a mystery, and usually it causes frustration.
Yeah, Kyle Busch was taken out of it. Carl Edwards was taken out of it. Eventually they come back, but they're not in the.
Just giving Vickers some information there.
And we have a car in the wall. Bringing out the second caution of this race. Let's head back upstairs to Mike Joy.
See it right there. Tire went down and straight into the safer barrier.
Darrell, one thing that will happen here is you create a lot of brake heat and you'll cook the bead on that right front tire.
Happened to Kyle Busch yesterday in the Nationwide race.
For about 10 or 12 laps, he's about had enough of Denny Hamlin. There's no love lost there anyhow between Harvick and Hamlin.
30 car just pounded the wall.
David Stremme.
But what a break for Kevin Harvick and Jamie McMurray.
All over again. Reminds me of Martinsville.
See what happened to David Stremme here. Red car coming into view.
I think you'll see him just shoot up the hill here, right there, off turn 4. I saw it out the corner of my eye. He blew it right front. Looked like something happened on the right front.
Ouch. Cautions breed cautions. When we left you, Dale, watch the contact between them and watch the left rear tire on Gordon's car, top of your screen.
It's all good, all good. They make contact right there, and when you go by, you see the left rear is down.
And that's right about where the tailpipes exit on the right side of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car.
Yeah, you can see a little damage on the side of Junior's car where the tailpipes got in there, the jack stop. Right there, they touched.
And there you see the two exhaust pipes behind that arrow, which is the jack post. And you see
Keselowski led more than 100 laps. And then moments ago, Jeff Gordon, these are Hendrick teammates. We had 4 teammates last week with Roush Fenway Ford.
Fifth caution of the day is out. Tony Stewart slammed the wall after contact from Brendan Gaughan. Some of the leaders pit. Here's a look at what happened from Jimmy Johnson's view. Wow.
Yeah, it just looked like smoke was going down the outside, and Brendan Gaughan in the 33 just drove up into him. See right here, I mean, Brendan's down on the bottom somewhat. Tony goes by on the outside. Tony been running real high into that turn.
Stewart was lapping at 33 and ends up with some pretty heavy right side damage. Finish line.
White flag in the air. 1 to go.
Here clear. 5 back. Go ahead a minute. You're nervous. Don't worry. It's got plenty of fuel.
Dale Jr. off the pace. And here comes Brad Keselowski for Roger Penske. 5th career Sprint Cup victory in 93 starts. Keselowski wins the Food City 500.
Nice job, man. Great drive.
And Brian Vickers in his return here in 2012.
Prove Kurt Busch in turn 4.
I believe he's got a right front tire down. This is exactly what Michael Waltrip was talking about. Looks like possibly he's cooked the beat on that right front tire.
Now, can he get to pit road? Doubt it. He's gone way up the top.
Back, but there you see the 51 car, Kurt Busch, goes up the hill. I don't know if he contacted the wall or not, made contact with the wall or not. I don't think he did, just cut the tire blew out.
And he's still sitting on pit road. He's just now leaving his pit
down, shooting forward and slowing down.
Here's why we're under caution. Coming down the back straightaway headed for turn 3, Kyle had a big problem. Now the tires appeared to be up. It did not look like he cut a tire, did he?
I heard him say he felt like it broke a rear track bar. That's what holds the rear end in the center of the car. If that thing broke, it'll let that rear end start flopping around. I think that's what shoots him up the hill like that. Yeah, you can see the back of the car. You can see the rear end housing wobbling around back and forth back there. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to it.
2 penalties on 5 laps short of halfway. Dave Blaney has had trouble down in turn number 2. First time by. Loses the car just a bit and it washes up toward the wall, but he gets up in that marbles, gets that loose stuff on his tires, and the next time around it goes.
And that's just how it feels when you get all that rubber buildup on your tires, the hot tires, it picks it right up and you just like 4 flats.
From Casey Mears' car, the Geico cam showed us that.
And I believe under this caution, they'll probably take this opportunity to clean the track a little bit.
Go get him. Caution.
Whoa. A lot of smoke from Casey Kane, and he loops it coming onto pit road.
Yeah, he had smoke coming out the tailpipe when they took to the garage.
Good job.
I think something happened to the engine for sure right there. You'll see all that smoke come out the right side. It's going right on the right rear tire. Rick has put that hendrickcars.com on the. Can't get a good run with that on the car. You can get some good cars there though.
Another driver who has been having a bit of a problem is Jeff Burton. Burton ran in the.
You beat yourself, and that's one of those things you just.
Spin turn 2.
Whoa.
Travis Kvapil will bring out the caution flag at lap 361.
Restarting with that transmission problem.
See what happened here, Darrell?
I think he just went down there and spun out. I'm not sure if maybe on the other end he got some stuff on his tires like we saw the 36 car do earlier, but yeah, he just spun the thing around.
He was 26th at the time. And Brad Keselowski trying to steal one here. Green flag.
Look at Ryan Newman. He gave Boyer a shot getting out of the turn one. There goes Newman. Newman's going to take the lead.
Good grief. That's exactly what I knew would happen.
That was not pretty. A dive bomb move into turn number 1
and get going. These two cars behind them have got fresh tires. They can take off, man. And this is what happens. Boyer blocked Newman, shot him down in there 3 wide. There you go.
And as they all get dusted up, Newman gets the lead, and Allmendinger comes out second with Truex third.
If they would have only done what I suggested, that would have never happened.
Jimmy Johnson comes down, racing Gordon into the corner, but Boyer already has the low groove, and there just wasn't room for 3 cars in that small a space. All right, we get 3 tries at this.
Yeah, when Boyer dove to the inside, he actually got that shot from Ryan Newman, and that right there, you can see that wasn't going to work.
Well, you know who's sitting in the catbird seat? The 88. He got fuel and left side tires.
Riding with Clint Boyer. It's a big run.
There you go. Inside, outside, outside, outside.
And no room.
Almost made it. That was almost a great move.
And let's ride with Jimmy Johnson.
Inside, 2 wide inside, 2 wide inside, 2.
And let's ride with Dale Jr.
There you go. Everything's checking up front of you a little bit there. Keep coming there. 1 inside, just to 39. Stay low here. They're going to go low, go inside, 1 inside, 1 inside. Keep coming there, keep coming. Caution's out, you're third. Caution's out, you're third.
A.J. Allmendinger shot through, and now they're going to have to line things up before we can restart again.
Now I'm not so sure.
Here's what Jimmy Johnson had to say.
What in the hell went wrong?
Earnhardt Truex. Kenseth in 5th with Hamlin. Green flag.
It's a drag race. In the 1.
Allmendinger got a good bite off the corner, side by side, door handle to door handle.
He's hanging. He's hanging on that outside. Newman's going to have to run him up the hill a little bit. Side by side, coming to get the white.
And hello, Newman. But Allmendinger's going to have one more shot at him. White flag in the air. Next flag ends the race.
Do the cross. Get behind him and cross over.
I guarantee you Allmendinger will drive it down in there this time in the turn 3.
Yeah, he's letting him go, Larry. He's gotten away from him.
Junior third. It's a drag race for 4th. And Ryan Newman wins the Goodies Fast Relief 500.
That was my pick. I mean, all along, I thought surely Newman would win it.
Over and just wait until the we got a spin coming to pit road.
Clint Boyer has spun in turn 4. Not sure if he locked it up trying to get to pit road, Darrell.
He was trying to get on pit road and he locked it up. And of course, he's got an engine problem. The engine may have finally let go in that car, but no, he's still running.
Boyer was 5th prior to pit stops. Right here, he's running 9th.
Just trying to get down on pit road, looked to me like, and it just spun out with him.
First caution of the day comes out at lap 52 for Clint Boyer's spin. Boy, it's been a tough day for one of the hometown favorites. 3 NASCAR Sprint Cup drivers living within a short radius of this track. Boyer he was low on the racetrack and just went around.
Yeah. You can hear the old engine. She got a cylinder down. Just not
coming to you guys. Coming to you.
Just not sure about that one.
Well, did the engine rev because the car is out for Montoya, and pit stops for some of the leaders, Steve.
Including Jimmy Johnson. He said.
As you ride with Brad Keselowski.
See him up there. He gets in the corner a little high. You see the car wiggle. I think he hit one of those strips. Got the car just a little loose, wiggled a little bit, and smacked the fence.
So the safety trucks are out checking for debris. Montoya's made a pit stop, returns to the fray.
You know why? I like it. I think Truex thought I'll surprise him.
Flag
I'll surprise him. He thinks I'm going to do that on the last lap. I'm going to do it now.
It was the right time. It was the right move. The car just would not stick for him. One lapped car in front of them as two Toyotas duel to the finish on the final lap in Kansas. Jimmy Johnson 3 back. Here goes Truex again. He's going to try it right down to the bottom. They're almost even. He slides up a car length back, and that's all he's got. Denny Hamlin gets his 19th career Sprint Cup win and his second of the season.
Hit that eco boost right there and took off. Oh, trouble down here, guys.
Yeah, Kurt Busch got into somebody or something, almost into the back of Jeff Gordon, way up the racetrack, 3 wide.
Yeah, here's Gordon right down here. He gets loose. Oh, he gets into Biffle. He gets into Biffle and Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Kurt Busch in the 51 had nowhere to go. He just drove into him.
I think it was Biffle and Gordon that really kind of got together and started Gordon up the hill, got into Busch, and Jeff's had the worst end of the deal.
And there, it looked like Busch had to lock him up to keep from running into the back of Gordon.
Yeah, well, Jeff Gordon's got a tire down. You can see right there, 43 got him a little bit, moved him up. A couple of different deals.
We stay green. Kurt Busch stays on the racetrack, and Jeff Gordon goes 2 laps down with that pit stop.
And you can
trouble right here, 51 car around on the front.
Yellow, we got a spin.
Kurt Busch has spun coming off turn 4 and clouds up the front straightaway, and that'll be our second call.
After that restart with Jeff Gordon earlier.
Just coming all by himself, and you see this happen here occasionally. Just a 360, catch a gear and keep on going.
But Darrell, that's been the trouble spot for a lot of drivers all weekend long.
Now, let's go back to the earlier incident that involved Almirola Biffle, Jeff Gordon, and the 51 at Busch. Now, here's what happened to Kevin Harvick. He and Dave Blaney got in a little shouting, shoving match.
And you know, right there, I think Blaney had thoughts of retaliating, but then he locked it up to stay off of Kevin.
Inside, 4 laps down here. Inside, 4 laps down.
Talking about Blaney.
Corner, inside, tight.
Harvick spotter. There. Burton bangs the wall in turn 4, and we're under the 4th caution tonight.
There was more things going on.
Wow.
31 hits the wall. I think Carl missed pit road. That's why he...
Now, every driver had pitted except for Carl Edwards.
Now there's Burton already up and into the wall. Down in turns 3 and 4.
Stewart's passing the pace car. There he goes.
Here's Tony Stewart coming up off turn 2 on last time by.
Oh my gosh. Now see that right there, that's what Tony knew. Remember earlier in the late in the run he started. White flag in the air.
Last night he went to victory lane as a car owner with his older brother driving. Tonight Kyle Busch scores his 24th career victory, 4 in a row for the spring Richmond race. Labonte?
They're running.
And Kenseth.
You know, they're running at such a fast pace. I mean, we're running 184 miles an hour.
Big crash, turn 3.
Behind you.
Tommy Baldwin gets piled up.
Yellow.
With the 42 of Montoya.
I think the 24's in there, too.
Landon Castle, Martin Truex, Carl Edwards are all involved as one car slowed in the top lane. Terry Labonte and everybody else piled in. Caution. Stacked them up. Watch the 2 white cars on the inside line as they come to turn 3. Whoa.
Looked like Blaney might have hooked.
Was that Castle?
Castle, I think it was, and that started that. And then Jeff Gordon gets pounded by Martin Truex Jr. He hit that wall hard, Jeff Gordon did.
Now he drove away. Jeff Gordon is okay. Here's another look. Almirola way down inside, and it was not Castle, but Almirola and Blaney who trigger this.
It almost looks like there was something wrong with Almirola's car, either out of fuel or something.
We were seeing a lot of drivers that appeared had something going on that last lap before this.
Boy, watch Jeff right here. He gets turned up the hill.
Nowhere for Montoya and the 42 to go.
Right inside. Carl.
Not sure if Almirola was trying to come back up onto the racing surface or if perhaps he got hooked by Blaney there to start that. Truex came down and collected Jeff Gordon.
Bam! That's a hard lick.
It was a hard hit into the safer barrier outside turn 3.
Thank the Lord for safer barriers.
And Jeff Gordon had overheating and with body damage. Let's watch this unfold from Casey Kane's number 5. We're under caution with 44 to go in Talladega.
There you go. Nice move, boss.
Go to the care center if you do not drive your car back to the garage after a crash. And let's show you again what happened between the 43 of Eric Almirola. Sure of Darrell is whether Blaney bumped Almirola or whether Almirola was trying to get up to get some fuel to the pickup from the banking.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that part.
And Jeff Gordon went all the way to the bottom in the 24 clearing it, but Truex in the 56 was coming down the banking and just drove him straight up the racetrack.
Now we listen to Dave Blaney's in-car audio.
43, run out of gas. I tried to miss him. I got it. How bad is it? What we got? It's bad.
All right.
He's trying to push. He's trying to push Matt up the hill.
Oh, mirrors around. Caution waves. And he catches Trevor Bayne on the way down the banking. That is a tough break. Two talented young drivers who both had a chance at a great finish today.
Had a problem maybe, and Marcus Ambrose in the 9 got into him.
He got into him in that left rear, and we know that'll turn these drivers around.
Trevor Bayne in the 21 is trying to figure out where is he going, and I think he just kissed him when he went by.
And now here comes Logano in the yellow car, and he already had that damage on the right rear fender. There's mirrors.
Let's see, he wobbles a little bit right here. I don't know if he got contact. You see the car kind of getting crazy. I can't tell if he had a flat tire or if Marcus Ambrose just was so close. I think he may have had a tire going down.
Yeah, because he was wobbling a ton.
Yeah, well, there you just saw it come off.
Yeah.
I think he had a tire going down, and he started wobbling, and he got a little contact from Marcus Ambrose, and that took him around. And he just barely clipped the 21 car.
One more look at it. No way for Ambrose to avoid it because that lost some momentum, and Ambrose is full throttle.
Yeah, no way did Marcus do anything wrong. You see the tire come off right there. That tire was definitely going down.
Riding with Casey Kane.
22, still 3 wide. Checking up. Stay it down low, down low, down low. There you go. Clear caution.
Boy,
Casey
lucky
Kane,
that wasn't a bigger pileup.
When we had the big wreck in turn 3, Casey Kane got right through it. It's been his kind of lucky day.
Pit road is open now. They were coming up to lap.
Came to pit road that last caution.
Oh, around goes Kurt Busch. Big slide.
Roll out of it, all good. Roll out of it.
Misses the wall and then collects it further down.
Yeah.
Oh, what a heartbreaker for Kurt Busch.
So good, so long.
But still on the lead lap.
Yeah, but he made very slight contact, but that's all it takes on that. The right side is pretty. Just everybody. Keselowski just caught him on the wrong side of the bumper.
While he was turning in the middle of a tri-oval.
To move, yeah, they was making a move, and it just. The tri-oval is the hardest part of this racetrack. I say it over and over again, but I know it looks simple, but it's the hardest part.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of damage to that 51 car of Kurt Busch's.
But look at the slide. I mean, he slid from, that's the entrance of pit road. We're about middle of the tri-oval. Now watch, here he goes. Down, I said, oh, he's got it, he's got it, he's got it. He missed it there. And then that last little bit.
Those boys were teammates over at Penske Racing for the last couple of years, Keselowski and Kurt Busch.
One moment you're in position to win. The next moment you're sliding sideways at 190 miles an hour.
But Darrell, I think you talked about it. When you get down to 10 laps to go, you're not worried about how hot it's running, not worried about anything but getting the checkered flag.
No, sir. In these caution flags, it's just ramping it up that much more.
Steve?
Mike, short comment from Brad.
Is well aware of that.
He elects the outside lane and brings the field to speed under green. 4 laps to go.
Denny Hamlin.
Now another problem.
Hamlin got into Allmendinger, who gets away, but behind him, it's calamity.
Outside, stay.
Good grief.
That's what I say. Good grief.
Keselowski and Busch get through behind Kenseth.
Decides. Oh, AJ moved over and tried to block Hamlin. Hamlin got into Allmendinger, and that started the whole mess.
Yeah, AJ tried to change lanes, and Hamlin was already there. Paul Menard in it, Kevin Harvick, Michael Waltrip.
I think it's a good shot right here, Mike. You see the 11s try to make a hole down the middle right there. Allmendinger said, y'all have no part of that, and that really is what caused the problem. Look at Dale Jr. work through there, the 21 car. Harvick's torn up. Smoke goes around. Let's see where Mikey is. He was back in there somewhere.
Yep, more damage for Logano. Michael's down on the inside. Let's ride with him.
Rolling.
There's the O'Hare's Dream Machine. Is it going to be a dream or is it going to be a nightmare? Come on, contact.
Check up.
Ow, more contact.
Just a chain reaction.
Let's ride with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Now,
It's
just
Jamie
remember,
McMurray alongside and Stewart ahead.
I mean, Stewart gets wrecked big time. And Junior is right behind him, and watch this. Woo, what a drive. That was a great move.
You're clear.
And now, 2 views of Kevin Harvick.
Man, right into his teammate.
Here's what A.J. Allmendinger had to say. It's Bob Jeffries.
Bob Jeffries,
Tony
yeah, his spotter trying to, man.
Yeah, Hamlin's coming apart.
I think we may have another little bit of a cleanup problem here.
That is the tread of the tire flailing around as it tries to disassociate itself from the carcass.
No, I like that, Mike. I don't think.
But he just used another one.
This is the 3rd time today.
They're wrecking up here. Back it down.
That he has had it's been a charm. I mean, he's gotten through 3 major wrecks.
Clint Boyer, however, was not so lucky.
Stay up. Back up. Get all the way down. Turn left. Go.
Teammates Boyer and Waltrip got connected there, as did teammates Hamlin and Logano toward the tail end of that one.
Watching these guys.
Dry down in turn 1. Here we go.
Keselowski was telling Kyle Busch, come on, let's go. But look at those 2 Fords. They just accelerate right, got on the bottom. Good choice on Matt Kenseth's part. Got his teammate behind him.
The dust flies as those Fords try and fly away from the field.
Don't want to get too far out there.
You guys are clear by 4.
Look at that 17 car. This looks like Daytona all over again. Everybody complained about Greg Biffle not trying to pass Matt. He said, I couldn't get to him. He can't get to him now.
However, the field will accordion back together. Here comes Earnhardt with the 34 on the bottom.
There's
David
the guys
Reagan.
you got to watch on the outside. Here they come.
Look
the 2
at
and
the
the
run.
18.
Keselowski in the 2. Look at the run. He's getting there with that push from Kyle Busch.
Did Matt Kenseth get too far out in front, or is he setting up for this? The last lap as they come to the line, 1 to go.
Well, you don't want to lead on the last lap, but I'm not sure that that's going to work out the way Matt thought it was when this is the white flag lap.
Junior up the outside, somebody steaming. In that pair, it's Kyle Busch. Casey Kane.
And the problem with that, he's got no help. He's all by himself.
But think about Kyle Busch. He lost the race yesterday by leading coming back to the checkered flag.
And also think about the move in the trial here. Right. Think about your...
It's a two-horse race. Clint Boyer's on Stanley Steamer. Up in turn number 3.
Hey, boys.
A car length apart, Kyle Busch from Keselowski.
It ain't over yet. Remember that start-finish line.
I don't think he's close enough, Darrell. I don't think he's close enough.
Brad Keselowski pulling away. It's all happening behind him, and Keselowski for the second time will go to victory lane in Talladega.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Brad Keselowski gets his 6th Sprint Cup win. First time tonight. Watch the number 9, the yellow and black car.
Let's see what he does. Yahoo! Hang on to her, brother.
He slid all the way through that corner.
It looked like one of those V8 supercar rides. Figured out they're starting to get top 5, top 10 finishes. He's really it looks a lot better the last several weeks.
Yeah, 3 straight top 5s, and around goes Bobby Labonte.
Get off, get off, get off.
Still under green. Labonte stops. Caution is out. 4th caution flag of the night at lap 298 for Labonte. Right side tires down now on the 47, but let's see what happens here.
Just got loose on the exit of turn 4, and back just comes around with him.
He was 29th, running 3 laps off the lead. 211. Yellow flag.
Caution's out, caution's out, caution's out. I want spun off turn 4. Track will be clear when you...
Last year's winner spins in turn number 4. Regan Smith, 28. From the right of your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I think he was trying to get on pit road, guys. That's way down on the bottom of the racetrack there, like he was headed for pit road.
And was just going too fast to make it.
Yep. Hart says, I'm going to get that, boy.
While that's going on, Jimmy Johnson in that 48. Reeling back in.
Trouble, turn 4, 2 cars in the wall. It's McMurray and Allmendinger.
No caution yet. Caution's out.
Boy, McMurray's car, serious damage. So does Allmendinger as well.
Lap 316.
Night long. When you start racing this hard, here's what happens. Down underneath the guy, that back end steps out. I bet you comes around. See the one car get loose, gets into the 22 of McMurray.
And this time 8 wheels don't corner better than 4.
Yep, and into the wall they go.
Boy, Ambrose in that 9 just barely gets by.
He got clipped.
They were both back on the lead lap, fighting for 16th. Boy, the wall always wins.
Man, as you race down to the
nearest Dollar General store.
Got a fresh new start. It's a brand new day. And I got lots of love to give away.
Reed Sorensen driving for Frank Stoddard, a spun coming off turn number 2. He was 30th, 4 laps down, and brings out the 7th caution of the night at lap 331. White car right side of your screen. He might have had some help there.
Maybe.
Jeff Gordon, 24.
Or Sorensen got real loose right in front of Jeff Gordon. Not sure from that replay which. Travis Kvapil gets by on the high side.
Look at that thing just slide forever. See what happens here. Whoops. Kind of hard to say.
I think he just got loose, Darrell.
Let me get the caution here.
Yeah, probably.
Such what happened to Truex.
Yeah, that's just, you know, that's a driver that I think is a little frustrated. And
8 to go.
Yeah, Kyle's car has really come alive.
Oh, Kurt Busch in the wall again.
Yeah, he's got the right side out. He's worn the right side out.
All the way around that corner, and whoa, there he goes, and in the fence.
Oh, no.
He's wrecking. We stay green.
He's got a right rear tire down.
And he's around. Kurt Busch.
No, and there goes Newman off the bumper of someone.
And Ryan
He's
Newman
in the wall.
Bring out the caution flag with just 7 laps to go.
Kind of thought that we may see another caution.
Okay, not so bad.
This is the end where it gets him, though. I think he may, I don't know if he had a tire down or what, but right here the car goes crazy. Now it's in the wall and it just stays in it.
And what a run he had tonight for roughly 350-something laps.
And around he goes, and you saw Newman sliding by fast.
Yeah, somebody ran in the back of Newman and spun him around.
Headed for the restart zone.
Here we
Green flag. And Johnson's on it. Stewart's going to have to deal with Hamlin into the corner, and Truex right there with Kyle Busch. 3 wide into the corner. Ambrose makes a 3-wide pass into turn 1 as Jimmy Johnson scoots away.
And Denny Hamlin in at 11 got a great run off turn 2. He takes the 2nd spot away.
I think Tony may have had a little problem on that getting through the gears, Larry.
Stewart sits 3rd. The battle right behind him. Kyle Busch settles in front of Truex. White flag, 1 to go.
Got enough gas to make it?
Oh, yeah, we're in good shape on gas.
He'll make it around, but will he get there first?
Oh, yeah, he's got a nice, he's got a comfortable lead. He's in good shape.
Jimmy Johnson sails off into turn 3. Hamlin is going to have to deal with Stewart for 2nd. Hendrick Motorsports 200th Sprint Cup victory belongs to Jimmy Johnson in the Southern 500.
Racing accident late in the race. He spun out. Another crew member, one of Ryan's crew members, comes over to Kurt Busch's team and starts voicing his displeasure. And then on pit road, watch this.
Yeah, this is after the race is completely over. The drivers aren't necessarily involved, although we did see Newman go over and talk to Kurt Busch. Remember, it was a year ago after the race, one of those in your face with Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. This time it's team members of Kurt Busch and Ryan Newman.
First to save the lap and then to save the car, and ending up just prior to the caution we saw this.
Yeah, I'm not sure the caution was coming out. I'm not sure if maybe Boyer saw it and slowed up, and Allmendinger in the 22 there got into the back of him, almost took him out.
We don't race to the start finish. Number 4, watch the maroon car high on the racetrack in 3 and 4. Pretty hard hit for Quapple, who was 33rd, 1 lap down. Just prior to that, Jeff Gordon continue under the green flag.
Trouble down on pit road, guys.
Stewart turned around.
Keselowski and Tony Stewart just collided on pit road, guys.
Darryl, we've been seeing that all night long. Some really
it's happened right here, just right to my in my vision here. Keselowski's going out, and here comes smoke, and they collided.
And Tony's crew had to scatter.
Watch this. Little dirt track action right there. Smoke it back in there.
What a close call for Eric Almirola's crew in that 43 car that was sitting in his pit box.
Wow. And that close call right there almost sent Carl Edwards into the grass. I think that was Carl.
Those are the eyes of an angry man.
Yeah, you think Tony Stewart was hot before?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Relay, let's go back to what you were discussing moments ago.
Check out the Biff here. Off turn 2. He's trying to put a lap and get around Jamie McMurray. Watch. Into the outside wall. Is he? Is he? Yeah, just with the right rear a little bit, but that's sideways, 180 miles an hour. And listen to Biffle. Never licked it. Came off the turn, had it wide open, sideways, hits the wall, never lifts.
We know we've got a race with that white flag waving. Well, there it is.
Flag, got plenty of room behind you. Plenty of room behind you.
Kane is trying to join two NASCAR Hall of Famers who both won in their 300th career start. Double Cup champion Ned Jarrett and the '89 champion Rusty Wallace each won their 300th start. That's the number Kasey Kahne is on tonight.
Pretty nice celebration.
Around the turn to the front straightaway, the 13th career win for Kasey Kahne is here a couple laps ago.
Whoa, whoa, baby. That,
big pile up back straightaway.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like 10 cars in it.
There's Tony Stewart.
One Montoya, the 42.
There's so much carnage, I can't tell who all is in it.
Both the BK cars. There's Landon Castle.
There's
You
Scott
just saw
Speed
Travis
and,
Quapple, Scott Speed, the 79.
Smokes car.
Tony Stewart.
Oh, they make contact right there, and that's a no-no. Jeff Hammond just standing over there in that very spot saying, you know, you got to really watch turn 2. It's treacherous. By golly, he was right.
Reagan gets by. Regan Smith spinning. Montoya down into the wall with Gilliland. And now watch this next group coming in. Here's where it starts. Remember, Jeff said these banks are self-cleaning. Everything slides to the bottom. But somebody turned Michael McDowell, and there's another pile of cars in it.
We talked about it before the race. Things just happen so fast here at this 1 mile racetrack.
You're coming out of that corner, Mike, at 150 miles an hour. And right, even when the spotter's hollering at you, way back there where you see that 78 car get sideways, you just can't slow down. Actually, it was Scott Speed's car.
And Stephen Light to the list. It's a big funnel, and everything just all tries to cram into one spot when a car gets sideways. Like this. Wow. Raj. We are under caution for a grinding crash at Dover on lap 9.
The FedEx 400 bet
there.
Regan Smith can't slow down. His momentum carries him into Tony, and now the track is blocked. Nowhere to go.
And you see these guys, you see the tires smoking, and you see them trying to slow down, but you can't stop a race car on a dime when you're going 150 miles an hour.
Watch the 79,
Bam.
Scott Speed, yellow number on the roof. He piles into Castle, and he gets tagged by Stephen Light and Joe Nemechek. 13 cars in all are involved, including this one, Casey Mears.
2, spin on the middle of 2, keep going on the top, outside of you, outside, go to the middle.
All right, here's Matt from this accident. And one reason, as Jeff pointed out, it's Calamity Corner because the following cars are accelerating hard toward the exit from the bottom lane straight up into the wall.
All the air came out of the right front tire. That's what broke. And up the hill he went. In the worst possible place, right in the middle of the corner, back in the gas, running hard up off the turn, and then all of a sudden, balloony.
Carl came in here 10th in the points, so he's going to take a big hit with that crash.
He's a guy, Larry, that just said the ratio he's setting on. He had a lot of people nipping at his heels, and this team hadn't, you know, they've won one race last year, and that's what cost them a championship. They're not guys that go out and win a lot of races, or at least they haven't up to now. They're going to have to pick up the pace.
One more lap, dog. That's what we need.
It's a done deal.
Nobody ahead, and Kevin Harvick now 2 seconds behind. Then Kenseth, Earnhardt, and Boyer. 3 Chevys, a Ford, and a Toyota in the top 5. Winner at Darlington, 8th on the all-time win list. 7th Dover win, tying Richard Petty and Bobby Allison for the most here. Jimmy Johnson wins the FedEx 400.